Hello and welcome to Pythagoras Theorem. So Pythagoras theory is all about calculating the length of any side in a right-angled triangle. So remember, Pythagoras is only used as a theory in maths to calculate any side of a right-angled triangle. So let's first of all show you what the formula is for calculating Pythagoras theory. And the formula is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or we can write it as c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Okay, same thing exactly. Either way, you can use this formula. Now, you don't need to know where this formula came from. It came from Pythagoras, an old mathematician, long time ago. But the good news is that Pythagoras theorem is available for us to work out the length of any right-angle triangle. So we are going to use this particular formula in our example question. So here, as a first example question, we have a right-angle triangle. And first of all, to contemplate doing Pythagoras theorem, it's best if we label the triangles with the letters A, B, and C. So the longest line is always called the hypotenuse. Okay, so that's the longest line in a particular triangle. So always try and label this particular line first. And this is what we call C. Okay, so hypotenuse is called C a lot of the times. And even though it says A here in this triangle, don't worry about it too much. Okay, so you just label it as hypotenuse, which is C in this case. Now, usually what we tend to do is the shortest line in a right angle triangle, we kind of label it as A. So we label it A there. And the middle line, we label it as B. So we're just going to label these here now. All right, so let's just cross that out. So A, B, and C. So in this case, we already have the measurements for A and B. So remember the formula A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So let's start this formula now. So we're going to write down A squared, which is 3 squared, plus B squared, because 4 centimeters is B. So let's just write down here 4 squared equals C squared. Now C, we do not know the formula of, so we're just going to work it out. So what's 3 squared? 3 squared is 9 plus 4 squared, so 4 times 4 is 16. Remember, when you square a number, you multiply it by itself, okay? So what's 16 add 9? 16 add 9 gives us 25. But 25 centimeters is not going to be our answer. We have to do one more calculation straight after. So whenever you find out, whenever you work out the squares and you add them up, the last thing that we need to do is we need to square root this number. And by all means, feel free to use your scientific calculators to work out these questions. So if we square root this, 25, the answer of square root is going to be 5. So C, or hypotenuse, is 5 centimeters in length. And 5 centimeters is going to be our answer for this question. Please do read the images in detail again and follow the exact formula that I've given you. Sometimes you may have to reorder the statement A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You may have C squared as an answer already provided. You may need to work out B squared. In that case, you flip the question around and you do C squared minus A squared to work out what B squared is. But good luck with these questions, and we'll follow this up in our next lesson. Thank you.